comparing the Ford F-150 2024 in the Tremor Super Cab 4x4 trim over to the 2024 F-150 Lariat Super Cab 4x4 trim. The trim right before the Lariat. Tremor, then Lariat. We're going to be bringing you guys the main differences in this video here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. And here's our email below. Email us if you got something for us to film, and we could talk details later. A special shout out and a thanks to Folsom Lake Ford here in Folsom Lake, California for providing us these beautiful F-150s for this comparison video. Keep watching, stay tuned, because we're going to be talking about the price, and the MSRP stickers will be dropped in this video later on. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's dive in and talk specs on the 2024 Ford F-150. Now, you're looking at the Lariat right now, which is the higher trim right over the Tremor. Some people like to call the Tremor a package. I'm referring to it in this video as a trim. It goes XL, STX, XLT, Tremor, then Lariat, then King Ranch, then Platinum, and then, yes, we know, the big and sporty model, the Raptor. But in these trims themselves, okay, you have one of four powertrains on the Lariat. You have the 2.7 liter option. You have the V8 naturally aspirated option, the 3.5 liter twin turbocharged option. That's the one in this video. And then you also have the hybrid option as well. But on the Tremor, the reason I didn't pop the hood is because this one still has the 3.5 liter twin turbocharged in this video. But you have the option of also getting the V8 naturally aspirated engine under this hood, okay? Just for you guys to know a little bit about the trims and the powertrain options you have on each trim in this video. Let's start with the lower trim, okay? Front end, we got different headlights, different grills completely, and different trim around that grill, different color schemes. With regards to the bronze color, this is a Tremor staple where you have the bronze or gold trim along with that different design. You could actually see those active air vent shutters. And if I go ahead and drop down, this trim actually changes right under that grill because the headlights are more squared off. This trim will change right under that grill, all right? Shooting lower than that, the bezels around the fog lights are completely different. And I'm going to show you guys why. And then a skid plate is what you get on the Tremor, being more of the off-road option. If you find yourself out in the country, cabin tripping, or you just want to go off-roading as is, the Tremor is the trim you want. Along with the hood bezels, these are not active vents. They kind of resemble the Raptor, the bigger brother, but these are not active. They're just giving more of a sportier, aggressive look, okay? The headlights, though, are LED, and the fog lights are LED, but the inserts or the insides, I'll show you guys what's different. Shooting over to the Lariat, all right? Now, the Lariat itself does come with the LED xenon headlights. As you can see, they have the bulbs on the bottom and top. The shape of the headlight is different with the daytime running lights that actually come from up top, down vertically, and then kind of swoosh over right under that fog light. You get LED fog lights, but no plastic bezel here on the fog light, as you can see, okay? The shape is pretty much the same, all right? The bumper shape itself stays the same. They just change the fog light. So you could actually, if you want to do this swap on that, the only things you'd have to really change are the headlights, the grille, and that lower trim as I mentioned, okay? And then we go ahead and drop down. We have no skid plate, but we have kind of like rabbit whacker, or those protectors, those undergarment protectors as well, all right? And then the grille, as mentioned, is completely different than the Tremor. Moving forward, I will want to mention that the Tremor, being the off-road, sits a little bit higher, about 1 inch. This is about 8.8 inch ground clearance to where the Tremor is about 9.8 inch ground clearance. The reason being is because they actually offer the upgraded off-road suspension system, and that actually offers a upgraded spring, the upgraded more beefier upper control arm, and also the upgraded hub itself is what they claim that they add to that suspension system, to where the Lariat itself just has the standard F-150 shock spring strut suspension. But let's go ahead and talk rims and tires. Now, the Tremor is a more off-road, beefier tire. It has the general grabbers, all-terrains, and the size of this Tremor tire is going to be just a moment, a 275 70/18 inch. To where here we're running the Hankook Dyno Pros All-Terrain 2s, and this is a 275 60/20, so actually a 2-inch bigger rim, okay? Moving forward, F-150 Lariat, F-150 Tremor, different colors, chrome, and then you got the gold here on the Tremor, or the bronze, and then you got the black here on the Lariat. Side mirrors, pretty much exactly the same, just the Lariat offers one little belt and whistle extra. It actually has automatic foldable side mirrors, to where on the Tremor you can't fold these in if you're parked in a tight parking spot. But they do come both blind spot assist, blinker lighting, and 360 panoramic camera with spotlight. Moving forward, more difference, as you can see how high it sits. The running board is more of a kind of spray-on bed liner running board with the Ford back here integrated into that big beefy running board. And then this is more kind of a Road Princess chromed out running board with Ford in the center. Both have the key pads just on the driver's side, keyless fob entry, and you can actually lock from that little black button. Moving forward, both have the no gas cap option. And then shooting over to this rear end area, we have the FX4 off-road, letting you know it's the 4x4, and then the Tremor does have the 4x4, but it just doesn't have the FX4. And I'm gonna show you guys, with regards to the 4x4, what the Lariat gets extra over the Tremor onto the interior. Here on the rear ends, talking about the lower trim first, the only main differences that you're gonna have in the back is this Tremor emblem, okay? The exhaust tips, they're sportier, more aggressive coming out that back bumper. And then you have these back hooks with the left-hand side plugins for those trailers. Now, if I go ahead and show you guys that here on the Lariat, we have the right-hand side plugs on the right-hand side. Don't know why they do that. Let me know if you know in the comment section below here on this video. The exhausts are not in the bumpers, but they're here on the back of that rear tire. And dropping down, no hooks as well, okay? So there aren't any hooks. Popping open this tailgate, soft opening. Main difference, over to the Lariat. Come here, want to show you guys something. One plug inverter compared to the Tremor. Being a lower trim, actually pretty cool that they have two plugs instead of one plug. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. You actually have an on and off switch and two plugs to plug in more than one thing. That's actually a pretty cool feature. That's the only difference with regards to the bed, but you get the extra tow hooks that you can lock, and then you get the LED bed lighting as well. Wanted to show you guys what's similar. They both have the step pad along with this self-assisting pull to be able to get in and out of the truck bed. And then both have this measuring pad as well. Just wanted to show you guys that with a little bit of cubby room on the right for straps and things of that sort. Both also come with soft closing, electric. Now that I showed you guys about specs, exterior differences, and bed, let's go ahead and talk interior prices and drop those MSRP stickers. Okay, everybody, so the Tremor is coming in at around $67,945. So sly of $68,000. Now I'm going to show you guys, being the lower trim, what it does not have, and then we're going to shoot over to the Lariat and show you guys what that has. Now, you guys be the decision makers if the extra price tag is worth the bells and whistles that the Lariat is going to add over the Tremor. Now, starting with the overall design, the seat inserts, you're going to have cloth in the center inserts with the leather on the right and left. Tremor is embroidered in that gold bronze look. We're gonna have those completely different, all right? The design on the dashboard is gonna be slightly different with regards to the texture on that extra glove compartment, along with that gold and bronze trim going across. The stitching all around, that is Tremor exclusive. But let's go ahead and show you what the Tremor doesn't have that the Lariat does have. Now, starting with the door panel area, you're gonna have the automatic foldable mirrors. You don't have that extra button that you're gonna see in that top left corner near that mirror control knob. And then you don't have the memory seating up here next to the unlock lock button, as well as an extra button there. See this little plug plus and minus for that inverter to mess around with it? That the Lariat does not have that. That's the Pro Power onboard warning button, whatnot, in generator mode. So we're going to turn that off. But the Lariat doesn't have that. Then we shoot over to the sun visor, which you're going to have the garage door opener option on the Lariat. All right. The auxes, the Lariat does not have the 6 different auxes, so you can actually add some accessories like LED bars, more spotlights, and so forth. And then the panoramic glass that I mentioned, I actually didn't mention in this video. I did a more in-depth review of the Lariat trim. So if you guys want to check out our other videos with regards to different comparisons between trims and more in-depth reviews, check out our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. And because you have that glass, you actually lose some head clearance on the Lariat. All right, so, and I'm going to show you guys that. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches, kind of get an idea of how far my head is away, but you actually kind of lose maybe 2 or 3 inches because of that full panoramic glass system. And then you'll see the little addition to the switches here to control that panoramic glass as well. All right, dropping down, this button here, if I go ahead and press it, it's the trail control with the 1-pedal drive assist button, to where the Lariat has just a hill descent button. I'm going to close that. Continuing forward, other differences are the ventilated seats and the heated steering wheel that you do not get in the Tremor, but you do get in the Lariat. I'm going to show you guys that. And then this button that I mentioned to you guys on the exterior of the car is the 4A button. You have the 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and then the 4A or the 4 automatic. That is something that's different as well. But overall, that is pretty much the main differences here on the Tremor. Let's shoot over to the second row seating, show you guys the second row, and then shoot over to the Lariat and talk price and if it's worth it. So on the back bench of the Tremor, not much going on. You got the design, as mentioned, which is very noticeable. The armrest. The Lariat actually adds an armrest. If you don't have that 5th passenger there in the center, you get an armrest on the Lariat as well. And then the panoramic glass that comes all the way from the front, it's going to end about right here. And I'm going to show you guys 6 feet 2 inches. Look at the amount of head clearance I get. Now, this is one plus of not having that glass, and I'm going to show you guys why right now. All right, so now let's talk price. So the price on this Lariat in this video is coming in at around $72,560. So that puts you at about $4,600 more than the Tremor in this exact video. And what is that $4,600 getting you with regards to the bells and whistles or the upgrades inside the 2024 F-150 Lariat in this video? Let's go ahead and show you guys that right now. Now, remember I talked to you guys about on the door panel area, we have the extra button there for the automatic foldable side mirrors. Let's go ahead and fold those. Just like that, and then we can unfold those. You also get the up to three settings for memory seating. You lose that inverter button. See that tailgate button? It's very nice and long, to where on the Tremor you lose that button. Along with the electric steering column. The Lariat has an electric steering column, to where the Tremor has a manual steering column. I did forget to mention that in the Tremor. Moving up to the garage door openers, I mentioned that as well. The aux switches, you lose that in the Lariat because it's not the off-road, so you're not going to be adding accessories such as LED bars and so forth. Dropping down to the hill descent button. This one is actually a hill descent, and you can actually see the little emblem on it is a little bit different, or the little picture. Continuing forward and dropping down under that 12-inch infotainment screen, the ventilated seats that are blue, and then the heated steering wheel that you do not get in the Tremor, as well as the 4A. Okay, that's the button that I was talking about, the 4 automatic. One of the biggest differences here, as I mentioned, is the full panoramic glass that goes all the way to the second row seatings. Now, you can't really see it now, but it's tilt slide moonroof option, and I'm losing a little bit of inches. Do you remember how much room I had with regards to my head clearance? I'm going to show you guys that mainly in the back. That's where you're going to see a lot of that difference. Now, those were pretty much the main differences. Overall, you have everything the same with regards to cluster, infotainment screen, inverters, outlets, wireless charging pad, USB-C plugins, USB-A plugins in this car. Check out our more in-depth review video. But you wanted to show you guys real quick the Lariat seating system, or the Lariat seat covers are the leather with the perforated, and then the design, this kind of has a natural wood inlay look on this to where you guys saw what the Tremor looked like, and then that little chrome trim piece. All right, let's go ahead and shoot over to the second row, drop the MSRP stickers, and finally finish off with this video. Now, main differences on the Lariat back bench is the armrest with the cup holders. If you don't have that fifth passenger, very nice and convenient to have. Along with the seats, again, they do look the same from the front coming over to the back. That's different to the Tremor. And then again, this glass. Now, look how much distance that takes away from your head clearance, right? If I go ahead and sit back, my hair, if I sit straight up, I'm actually touching that top visor. So take into consideration that you're losing a lot of room with regards to head clearance here on the Lariat. Now, you do get the glass. I will have to mention that's nice, but again, you have a negative for the positive, all right? As promised, here is the MSRP sticker first to the Tremor, so you guys get an idea of what comes on it and the price tag on top, because there's just so much to talk about. And now here's the MSRP sticker to the Lariat, so you guys get an idea of what comes on this and the price tag as well. We actually appreciate you guys watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Let us know, drop your information, your input with regards to these trucks. Do you think it's worth it for that extra $4,600? I don't know, you tell us. Thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless you.